Sekai
Boys.
Sekai
Boys. Oh, no, we don't like.
No, I don't.
No, we don't like.
So maybe that was the mainly they want to divide that. My name is Cesar Cermeño. I'm a test engineer in a lighting company.
Cecilia Cuevas, 27. Journalist company?
Monterrey. I think most of the people are friendly, but it's a different friendly than the Japanese culture. I don't know if the Japanese people knows about Mexico, but Mexico loves Japan.
I think there's many things starting from the culture because it's too different from Mexican culture and the food and also like everything from anime manga. It's really popular there in Mexico. We have a lot of conventions and stuff like that. So we really like. We have a lot of restaurants.
I think we planned this like 5 years ago before COVID,
Yeah.
and then COVID started, and we cannot get here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But mainly since I was a child, I watched some anime and stuff and get interested in the culture. I mean, the people how they treat each other is a thing that I want that the Mexican people have there. If that makes sense, like respect each other and all that stuff.
The people are so nice. I mean, I thought they were gonna be nice, but it exceeded the expectations. Everyone is like they want to help, even if they don't know the language. So we we can communicate even if we we know a few words in Japanese, but like a lot of sign and that kind of stuff. So and it's really clean and really beautiful compared to Mexico. And also we first like our plane took off from Los Angeles, so it's a really big contrast.
Not
No,
so much.
because we're like at a border. Uh, since I was little, I have like like the visa, so it's almost everyone from our city has visa to cross to the United States. Yes, but there's not much to do there. There's not much like you can go shopping or there's some places like Los Angeles has maybe Hollywood, but it's not that nice, or some beaches, but there's not a lot. And for example, food, there's only fast food.
I just visit for work mostly, but I think I maybe will have a like a remote job there, but I think I won't move to the United States. If that makes sense. Yeah. Maybe work remotely for them, but not move no not move there.
I think my career has a more, it's more like well paid and success. I'm an industrial designer, but I do graphics. But I also wouldn't like to live in the United States. Like maybe for a bit, but not. I like Mexico better than the United States.
I don't know. Maybe it was not about Mexico, but Mexico is in the border, so all the Latin people could, if they want to cross, they need to go through Mexico. So maybe that was the main reason that they want to divide that so drastically. But I don't know. since I can go there without any issues if you have your legal papers and stuff, I don't took that as a insult or something. But I don't
Yeah.
know. It's mainly for all the Latin America instead of just Mexico. I think with Mexican people you can get close to them and hug and
Make friends like
make
more.
with more contact or more candid friendship. And in Japanese people, it's more like a respectful.
For example, we were at the taxi and the taxi never yelled. And in Mexico, they usually yell to each other. So that's like a kind in another way. And yeah, they the Japanese people are kind to like everyone respectfully. And I mean, Mexican people are respectful, but I don't know, not the same.
I think it's a beautiful country, and in the cities you don't feel like harm or dangers. That it's dangerous place, but like the narcos and all that stuff. Uh, some people are dangerous, but with if you live in Mexico, you know where
Or to
where to go without being harmed, and you can take care of yourself. But it's not most of the people that are bad there. Just like the bad guys from the mafia or something like that.
yeah. Also, in contrast to, for example, Japan, you can go out at night alone and I don't know, whatever street you want. But in Mexico, you do have to be careful. It doesn't mean you go out and they will like rob you or something, but you do have to be careful. Like for example, in the public transportation, I mean, if someone would like to go to Mexico, we will recommend like always have precaution. I mean, it's not like something bad is gonna happen, but every Mexican obviously.
For example, I would like to travel to the beach. It is like a 5 hours driving, but I cannot do that in the night because of the dangers that may happen in the highway. Like driving on the highway at night, that's
Yeah,
dangerous. For
that's not
example,
like recommended. I mean, people do it anyways, but it's like still the percentage that someone could rob you. So many people like don't do that. There's like little things that you have to like take in mind if you want to travel or if you live there. But it's like natural. You know where to when to go out and I don't know if you go to like the metro there. You everything in your hands like to prevent someone rob you. But I mean, not like only Mexico. I heard that happen in Europe or in London. So I mean, I think like the only place I've heard that no one will ever rob you or if you leave your phone in like Japan or Korea.
Camila, 21 years. I'm a content creator too. TikTok content in platform, singing videos.
Yeah, we make YouTube too.
Yeah,
She has
3
somewhere around
million. Yeah,
yeah,
he
on YouTube I have around
six
6 million.
6 million.
But we mostly do shorts.
Yeah, shorts, YouTube
The
videos,
videos
and TikTok
TikTok
videos.
alike. I'm Paulino. I'm 20 years old. I do content creation for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Alan, 27, programmer, machine learning.
It has been a big experience because the culture changes a lot, and it's interesting how here in Japan we noticed that on the train from Narita to Tokyo, people are so politely quiet, and like it's a kind of a cultural shock. I think in Mexico we tend to be more
More like expressive, like
Very loud people. I mean,
yeah, kinda, not in a bad form.
They are speaking loudly in public transport or even putting
in
music on.
disorder.
Yeah.
Always a disorder. But the people in Mexico can be rude, and here is another
Yeah,
experience.
they're
like, here is
pretty
pretty nice. Have
nice.
a talk with a person.
And it kind of feels like everyone is so grateful when we're trying to speak a little of Japanese, but when we are about to purchase something from a store, with the modern globalization, we kind of know in America the whole Mexico or United States, so pretty much every country uh, from the Occidental world. We kind of know how is the life in Europe or maybe in the United States, but I think from Japan, it's pretty much like undiscovered world. Like we don't know that much about Japan.
Because it have a great culture, and like the music, the colors, and the dressing, all the indigenous people. This
Such a vivid country and so alive.
Somewhere just came in out of nowhere and speaking to you. It's kind of common in Mexico, but here this is the first time until you approach to us. I mean, everyone here is like in its own thing,
Yeah.
and they like are more open. There are more interaction between.
Maybe
the
the
violence, like
Yeah.
the cultural violence to the woman.
Mexico still keeps us very much
Close-minded.
close-minded.
Patriarchic culture.
Yeah, the strong and bad. Um, I don't know how everyone kind of lives without noticing how much violence we live on, like systematically. Yeah, depends on the location, but mostly not. And not for that's what's bad for
For women.
For women, it's pretty much mostly awful. Then what would it be for a man?
But not for everyone is dangerous. Like in the night,
Yeah,
Mexico is
yeah, that happens a lot. It's pretty silenced in the media and stuff, but that really happens. The kidnapping and terrible stuff. Not to talk about maybe, but that also for tourists, uh, some people in Mexico will always be trying to get advantage of tourists or any kind of foreign people. Oh no, we don't like.
no. I don't like.
No, we don't like.
No.
For example, we took the flight from Los Angeles, California to Japan, and in Los Angeles, people are so disturbingly loud. I mean, people are so like rude and mm, noisy, but in a rude way, and sometimes people just like can get to you and just tell you something, but like in a rude way, or maybe I don't know. It's such a different culture, but
I don't like it. I don't like the culture. I think that's the main problem for me. Like, I think there's no much.
There is no deepness in their
Like
culture.
there, like
Everything's
I
superficial.
think everything is superficial. Like the material world and the capitalism.
Yeah, but and yeah, it's a very polarized culture. I mean, in the political side, there are very conservative people against kind of liberal people, but yeah, they are very open in their racism and uh, yeah, they promote wars. I don't like what they have done to the world.
They're like looking for an opportunity. Like every Mexican that get out of the country, I think they're looking for this dream, no, like the American dream or.
Yeah, but there is a very sad way about that from the United States to them because there's this systematic racism against all of the people that aren't Americans. I don't know. Maybe it's hard to a Latin people or to Mexican people to get to a higher higher job or some things like that. Like it's pretty much complicated for them. It has both sides. There is such a good side on that with the globalization and the opportunities for everyone from every country. In some ways, kind of sad how we kind of lost our original country culture to be like more homogeneous, and I don't know. It's complicated.